Hi, I'm Miss Malini, and you won't believe where I am today. I'm in a vanity van with two gorgeous and super smart women, Kangana Ranaut and Anupama Chopra, who is wearing my favorite color, pink, by the way. I really enjoyed this amazing Film Companion class today. So just to explain to everyone what happened today, can you tell us a little bit about what Film Companion is?
Film Companion is a YouTube channel which offers a curated look at cinema.
Yeah.
And as part of that, we want to create a masterclass with actors.
Yeah.
And Kangana is one of my favorite actors, and I think her body of work is just incredible. And the idea is to take people through that body of work because her journey, I think, is amazing and it's so inspiring. So to have film lovers, film students, people listen to her talk is an amazing thing.
And I think it's such a great attempt because I think this is one of those industries which is looked at as something so shallow and superficial. Like everything is about gossiping, and I think that's why this whole after 60s and 50s, the cinema that we made, and then there was this downward trend. What's the reason for that? Is because for outsiders like me, I remember how I looked at movies like something which was really something like shallow and superficial. Like people who are the worst people, you know, are a part of this industry. Like we never look into these aspects which Anu's, like you've seen, she's so excited about how films are made, what really goes into making cinema, and for our generation out there, for our youngsters out there, the opportunities they can explore in this entertainment business, so that we can also have fresh talent and a fresh set of minds and ideologies and everything. So it's such a great attempt, and I really appreciate it.
And I have to say, we are completely on the blog and on the show blown away by you, Kangana. You know, you came in, we saw you do all these films, but the more we hear you speak, and I think the first time when you were on Anupama's show, you just blew everyone's heads off. And I don't know how you do it, but you just always have this ability to say the most intelligent thing. And it's incredible. And of course you're super stylish, which is of course something that everyone has seen on the blog and more. But a lot of your Twitter fans have sent in a ton of questions. And their first question is, when are you getting on Twitter?
I'm not going to be on Twitter, never in my life. Never say never, but I like my privacy, and I'm a very sensitive person, and this idea of communicating, I know I'm not really, you know, trying to be a bitch or a smug, you know, I'm just trying to protect my privacy. And for me, like, people enjoy crowd, for me, I can get a bit of I can get uneasy and anxious, and talking to someone I don't know, like I don't know their face, and I've never interacted, I'm not in, you know, best of my spirits, so I feel very anxious. So that's just a personal reason.
But your movies are so inspiring. Like, I literally have a really good friend of mine who decided to go off on this European holiday after she watched Queen.
I know somebody
to
who
go
did that too.
and find.
Yeah.
So
what, I'm also going.
Yeah, the Queen impact has been huge. That mania, like I told you, was so hard to handle. People used to just grab me on streets and like, we feel so bad for you, and I'm like, please get off me. Why are you feeling bad for me?
Now, I know you've said many times that you don't believe in marriage, but what are the qualities that you think all the boys should have, personality-wise, that are very important in relationships, at least? Because I'm sure you can tell them and they'll listen to you.
I think I'd like someone who's as sensitive as me, and I think that's the most important thing, because I am ultra sensitive. Like I spoke about my childhood, the things that my sister or my siblings don't even remember. They must have dismissed it and they ignored it. It's hardwired in my system. So I tend to see, or I'm very perceptive of things that might not be of any importance to anyone. So that's the reason I don't make many friends, and I protect myself, because I can get hurt very easily. So someone who understands this little drawback of mine and handles me with care.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now, Anupama, you've done so many interviews with so many, you know, stars, you know, young and old. What is it about Kangana that surprised you the most?
You know, when I did the interview for the front row, I actually, even before that interview, she was on a panel that we had done about women in film. And what surprised me was just the honesty, because there are not too many people who are willing to just say it like it is. You know, they might say it, but then they'll couch it in some language or the other. She didn't. Even on that panel, she said, you know, she talked about what it's like to be, treated. She said, when you offer an idea, men in the industry treat you like a criminal.
True.
Women are supposed to be dumb and pretty. Honestly, I didn't have a preconceived notion of her, but I was surprised that those kind of things. And then when she did that other interview, the first was a panel, but the second was just her and me alone. And the things she said just completely blew my mind.
I tease them about it. That was my biggest hit. You know, I meet people and they're like, we loved your interview with Anu, you know, and I'm like, okay, so that's my claim to fame.
I think it's also, I think a lot of things that also struck a chord with all the people who read my blog was that it was amazing how you said, my critics, thank you. Because you helped me be better, and very few people say that, so I think that's incredible. And of course, your Twitter fans have questions for you, so I promised I would ask. Sarah wants to know, when you first started in the industry and to now, what's the one big thing you've learned not to do?
Not to do, yeah. I think not get under pressure of wanting to be like someone else or meet someone's expectations. That's one thing that I've learned.
Alright. And Shubham wants to know, for Kangana, are you interested in doing a film with any of the Khans? Like you said today, Salman's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, see, for me, like, this has never been my priority, that I want to work with this individual. I think it's very shallow thought. Because everyone have their set of goals. How do I know what kind of cinema Salman wants to do, and how can I attach my goal with his goal? So my script can come in any form with anyone, with any producer, and that's how my attitude has been, and it's worked for me. So I don't want to just make a statement today just to give you a very comfortable answer, but I really don't want to follow that.
Makes sense. And Ali says, which he's phrased as, why are you so hot? But why don't I ask you, what do you think is your favorite feature, your own favorite feature?
I like my round nose.
And your favorite place to get away if you could take off to, take a break? What's your favorite vacation spot?
There are many, but I particularly like Italy.
Nice. And you said you would make a chick flick, right? Who would you, if you could cast anyone out of Hollywood or Bollywood, who would be your leading man?
Man?
Yes.
Well, my chick flick, I'd like to cast Shri Devi in some role. I mean, so I'm not really thought of a guy yet, but
for a change, who'd be the arm candy?
Yeah, but I think for the guy, I really can't think of anyone right now. But it just depends on the character.
All right, so the field is wide open, gentlemen. Keep your fingers crossed. And let's talk about your style. You're so fashionable, and you've built this on all yourself. How did you do it? It's not something that people just learn to do so quickly.
For me, I think the fact that I came from a small town and I traveled, I literally learned everything. To speak in English and to act or to direct, everything I learned on my own. It's just the same way I've learned to style myself, which I feel comfortable in. It doesn't make me look awkward or trying to fit in or trying too hard. Matches my personality. Also gives me confidence. So I stick to that thing. I don't get under this pressure of being someone stylish and just grabbing the latest summer, spring looks or things like that and just showing off, being the first one to show that off. I don't fall into that sort of pressure. But I do like to wear good clothes, and I like to buy bags and all.
I love that. And
You're
I
a
love
bag
that
woman or a shoe woman?
You're a shoe woman, I'm a bag woman.
And I love that you've got the pink nails and the pink dress. Are you a pink girl?
I am a pink
I
girl.
love it. I am too. By the way, tell us a little bit, just before I forget, about your short film that you've done, which is amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, well, a short film, like I said, I was trying many things, and in between I associated with this Australian writer, and we got a script, and I thought I'd direct it. Because I really, like I said, I had given up hopes on my acting career. And then I did a little prologue of the main character, the protagonist, who got his powers in him, just to set the tone of the film and just to see what all it takes to direct. And I must say, I have a long way to go before I can develop those qualities in me, as a human being.
But from the clip that you showed us today, it looks amazing. That little boy is so cute.
He's
oh my
adorable.
gosh.
And in the US, the rules, and you must know, the rules are so strict with actors. You have to, if they say no, they say no. And the child actor, their parents cannot tell them to.
And the hours are limited.
Hours are limited, and then the lunch break, and I had 2 days with the kid, and I paid huge amount for that. And the kid used to go like, I don't want to shoot, and then he used to be on the iPad. And one day I was like, let's rap. And just before things were getting into the truck, and the kid comes, let's do one shot. And I'm like, thank you, kid.
Do you have a favorite app on your phone? Are you a phone person?
No, I'm not.
Living in the real world. I like it. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for spending time with me in your vanity van. What do you do in this room when you have to spend a lot of time here alone?
I don't sit here. I find it like a punishment. So when I'm told on the sets, the only thing I get very offended with when I'm told in the 80s spot when they're like, you still have time, like you've got 40 minutes, you can go into a van. And I'm like, why do I have to do it? You know, like kids, how they're sent into they're locked inside a room. I feel that way, and I don't like to be in the van. I want to see the whole, chaos and people and everything.
And just people watch. That's like an amazing, so much fun.
You come in the way of their work, and they're like, another 80 comes, did they tell you you have what?
And Alabama, one last word. Who is the film companion for?
For everybody who loves cinema.
And there you have it. It has been absolutely delightful.
Thank you, and I love your blog.
Yay!
When I have to confirm gossip, like if it's genuine or not, Miss Malini is where I go to.
Yes, that's amazing. And remember to check out the Film Companion. Subscribe. It's a YouTube channel. It's all very geek chic, which is amazing, and we love it. And thank you so much, ladies, for spending time with me today.
Thank you.
You're watching Miss Malini's World.